Hi everybody, Tristan's here. Welcome to Trist Time. As some of you may know, the celebration of my 2000 story is coming up this Friday, and I'm looking forward to it. I know everybody in my Omni family is looking forward to it as well. This is something I've been looking forward to for like over a year now, ever since the pandemic started to happen. But as it goes, here's the thing. You know, There are so many things I really like to say about the stories I have write, and so many people who have inspired me for many years and everything else. It's amazing to me about what a little thing you make can brighten somebody's day up every single day and everything else. And something that I'm doing right now is just keeping on creating, keeping on being like trying to see how everybody feels about the creations that I'm doing about this. I mean, believe me, like I said, how the world is nowadays, you need to like see smiles on people's faces and like give them something to remember. Just say like, can you just help me in any way? I mean, you've had a bad mood, you just like brighten somebody's day up and everything. That's all there is to it. But as far as I know is my stories, my quotes, my poetry, everything that I've done has come from my heart. It's come from my brain, came from all the creativity that I have. It's just like sometimes it's a lot of pressure, but sometimes it's a lot of fun for me because it gives me the air that I breathe, and it just helps my heart. It just helps me just be so creative and just do things that I just like love, and everything else is spread all around the world and all around the universe. But here's the thing. I know all you parents have looked at forward to your kids going back to school, and everything is like going so well. I've seen a lot of pictures. I've seen a lot of, so much love and so much tears. And sometimes when your kids like starting kindergarten, or they start in the second grade, or they start in middle school, or they start in high school. Believe me, high school is the biggest one. Trust me, teenagers nowadays, I know if y'all got teenagers, then they gonna give you the biggest headache in the world. Trust me when I tell you. When I tell people like when you start having a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old and you have a teenager, guess what? You best be ready. Because as soon as they turn 13, you better be ready to pack a lunch, because you're gonna have a lot of headaches ahead of you. That's what my story is basically about. It's called Even in 2 Years, You're Gonna Ask Yourself. From Doug Funny. You guys know Doug from Nickelodeon. This is a prime example. Sometimes he has this crazy imagination, but sometimes he asks himself that same question too. Hi everyone. What can you say about middle school? There are only 3 grades: 6th, 7th, and 8th. And it's a whole other level of studying, a whole other level of fun, and so many new stories or the same stories. And we try to find where you fit in, and when it comes to your friends you grew up with, or trying to make new friends. Now, believe me when I tell you, you have friends who grew up with you and you guys are going to the same school. It's good to have someone that you've been friends with for so many years. But believe me when I tell you, it's always good to make new friends. You know, that's the best thing about it. You make new friends, you get to know each other very well, and everything else. And we'll see it and see how many times you make new memories with them. See, in 3 years, 3 years go by so fast, and you want to make so many memories until it's time to move on to that third school. And that third school is high school. And you can make any kind of memories. You can make them during class or after class, lunch breaks, or after school activities, or school dances. Those are the best ones, too. Believe me, school dances are always the best time to make memories. Because that's the only time of the years where you just have the most fun and everything, just to be a team. Everything else, or the memories of or sports. See, when you do that, you be ready to make new memories. When you get to your third school, but remember, there are going to be some memories that you might not want to remember or do because they might be embarrassing or very funny. Believe me, there are certain things in middle school that you might do that might get you embarrassed, or you might do something that to embarrass yourself, that some people are going to laugh about it, or you can laugh at yourself. Believe me, it happens so many ways. But guess what? In middle school, it's all puppy fun. It's all puppy fun. You know, and some can be puppy love. Because believe me, in middle school, there's a lot of puppy love around. See, in middle school, everything are lessons and beginnings of what comes in the beginnings of what becoming next, or what comes next in your teenager years. But everything you've done in middle school, all the memories you made, the good things and the troubles you've caused, but in a fun or funny way, that's something to never forget. You might not want to remember it in the upcoming years, but someone who was there with you will remind you. And believe me, someone who was there with you from the beginning of 6th and the ending of 8th grade will remind you about all the things that happened. And everything that sometimes you just want to block it from your head. And you ask yourself, how did 3 years went by so fast? That is the whole thing. Time goes by really quickly. And some middle school kids don't usually enjoy it. Because as soon as they're in 6th, then the 2 years will pass by and they're already in 8th grade. And they study so hard. And believe me, there's nothing wrong. You have to study to get to the next grade and to get to the next level. But believe me when I tell you, you always have to enjoy being a teen and enjoy being a kid. Because it's going to fly by so fast. It does. When that happens and you're in high school is a whole other playground. It's a whole other playground, and trust me when I tell you, you have to be ready for it. And I know you will be ready for it, but trust me when I tell you this, just enjoy being a kid, enjoy being a teen, have all the fun you want with your friends and new friends, and make many memories, and make everything just fun. That's it, you know? But stay in school, do your homework, and study. Don't have too much fun, okay? Just don't. I'm just saying, every memory, cherish it. All the friends you have, be blessed. All the love you're going to get, always never take that for granted. All right? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I know I did. Like I said, the school year is just beginning. But believe me when I tell you, you just make a lot of memories and just enjoy the moment of being a kid. Well, this has been Tristan from Trist Time. God bless you. Love y'all.